All right, we're here with flameZ, Vitality 1-1 after the first day. A little bit of a
Yeah.
scare to start out, a little bit of a scare. So yeah, just give me kind of breathe a deep sigh of relief of not getting that zero to begin.
Well, to be honest, it's a big relief because we know how fast it can go. Even a great team like Falcons have gone to 0-2. It's easy to, in some sense, it's easy to get 2-0 and it's easy to get 0-2. But I think obviously we can complain a lot about the format, but we can't complain. Everybody's having the same conditions, the same things, and we had to play better the first map. And I think some rounds went their way. That actually we couldn't do nothing. Like died 3 people to the smokes when they came in. You can't like say anything, right? But we had some rounds that we should have won and we could have played way better. And these are the rounds that we needed to step up in terms of the energy and dealing with the pressure a bit. And then on the good side of things, right now the game against Nemiga, we slowly got into the game and felt like it was back and forth a bit of the beginning, and it's good to get into those matches that feel kind of sloppy at the beginning, but then you slowly start building confidence and getting used to the conditions and the official mindset. And I think for us this is something that tomorrow is gonna bring us way more confidence, and we're gonna come with a lot more energy. And on the other hand, you never know how those best of ones gonna go. If you lose 2 pistols, you might be it's going to be too late to win the other rounds. So we might go 1-2 tomorrow, but we don't care because we're very confident in our map pool, and we know that you cannot get eliminated here without playing a best of 3, and that's something that we really want to achieve. Obviously, we want to go 2-1 and not get 1-2 because it's a lot of pressure, but we're going to do our best. And once we get into the best of 3s, we're going to feel more comfortable, but we still have to step up in the game. It doesn't matter best of 1, best of 3, MR6 or MR12.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned a little bit those three guys popping on B side on Inferno in that first match. It seemed like you and Mezzi were kind of struggling to keep that under wraps. What do you make of that match and kind of like getting into an early deficit and getting behind, and not being able to kind of come back and bring that back? Was it a little bit suffocating? A little bit, Also, I guess I know you probably weren't thinking about it actively, like the streak or whatever, but also it's like in the best of one, it can just be gone like that,
Yeah.
So how was those tense rounds in that beginning match of the match against Legacy?
Well, I think we lost the second round, and we had like miscommunication. Some people didn't understand some people, and since then we kind of like tried to get back slowly, but it was tough because for my POV as a player on the map, like it felt like we didn't really have an opportunity because someone dies there, then someone dies there, and I think they also played well and they shot well, and then we had to some extent, we had to slowly get back into things. And once we were in this mindset, and it was like 6-1 or something, and we're pushing hard, then we died 2 people through the smoke, and they have B side, and I mean this will always happen, and you always have the T side, and it was 9-3, and to be honest, we're confident on T side Inferno, so we still believed we're gonna win, but it's like it just goes like that, the game CS2 is so competitive, and if the enemies shoot well and they play good, you might not have an opportunity to do as you wish in some sense, and the win streak itself, I remember watching on Twitter someone tweeted. I don't think he even had like one like. It was something I watched, and he wrote that on 24th of January on 23. I don't remember when, but we lost to Eternal Fire on 24th of January, and then we went on a 30 win streak. And he wrote like you never know in life when you're gonna hit the next pick and you're gonna hit like a good period. And to be honest, after we lost, we felt like we had to celebrate those 30 win streak, even though we lost. It's something that it's a good number as well. It's a round number. We don't. If it went on 31, I would feel less happy about that. But for me, I didn't. We don't care about the win streak in some like. It's cool to have it after you win an addition. Oh, we're at 30, we're 31, but it's nothing. It's nothing that is so concrete that you're like 10-3 and you're like, guys, not the win streak. You don't give a fuck. It's a fucking major, and I wouldn't care losing 2 maps here and winning the major. But the main thing from that game, the key thing was that we needed to step up and focus up on the energy because it felt like we had not enough pressure and too much pressure. Like we played like we were really pressured, but then we didn't. Like when we played grand finals, best of fives, with a lot of pressure on us, we stepped up, we initiated a lot of plays, and this game we didn't do as much. And obviously, I think they played well as well. So I think the key thing for us was just to wake up a bit, wake up the energy, and start fucking playing CS because we didn't play CS, we didn't do our stuff. And this Dust 2 game was a good example because on City I felt like every round there was a plan. So and that gives you confidence as a player.
Yeah, and I mean, concerning the win streak as well, is it kind of also a little bit of like a weight off your shoulders? Like, okay, this is done. We can now, you know, just do our thing and not worry about it anymore. I mean, you were even joking after this match, you're like, okay, beginning of a new streak, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I would have loved to kept going with the win streak and go 36 and win the major and party. But something that, you know, like, I don't think there will be a team in any sport that will just win and win and win like 3-4 years, just keep winning. And but I don't really care because I felt like we had good prep coming to this major. And if it went that way, it went that way. But it's nothing like, I don't care if we lost or like, the next game is the next game and we focused on it all this time and there is no time to, you know, in some sense, like now you think maybe we'll start a new win streak, but it's actually irrelevant. Like just focus game by game, map by map, round by round. There's nothing, it's just pointless to put so much pressure on you on the side. And to be honest, when you're a 30 win streak, you get a lot of expectations on you. And I think it's nice sometimes to play a bit calm, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Kind of,
Yeah.
you got rid of it. You know, you can just kind of chill. Yeah, exactly.
Start another one.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I was speaking with Apex yesterday during the media day, he was kind of saying the same thing. He's like, look, Legacy are coming here. They shouldn't even be here. This is all just bonus for them. So they're going to be mega chilled. And we have this whole thing that could just end in a best of one. And now, you know, you got it out of the way. And it really seemed like you guys were enjoying yourselves against Namiga. Like there was good vibes. You know, after the match, the kisses were back. Like so it seems like mentally you're in a good spot. You know, and I guess you'll take that in. You know, probably tomorrow. So do you kind of expect now that side of the way, Vitality is just going to keep smooth sailing? Is that kind of the atmosphere in the team right now?
To be honest, we never had that feeling. Even though we had 24 win streak or 20 win streak, we never felt like we're going to smooth sail anything. I think the key thing is to work hard for every map and bring a lot of energy and be like to some extent like be a menace in the team. You know, like be a team that is always going to be competitive. We never want to lose a third and three because it means we didn't play the game as we wished to play it. And I think the key in some sense, not the key, but the main focus and the main thing that brought us to a 30 win streak is that we just focused game by game and we didn't really put ourselves in this pressure of like it should be smooth, it should be an easy game, it should be. We just kept going and sometimes we played Legacy in a best of 3 in Blast, I think, or Dallas, and it wasn't so easy. They could have won, it could have gone both ways, but we didn't care about it. We just kept going, and that's just, you know, sometimes it's this 1% that carries you through games, and that's enough to get you a lot. And that's the main thing right now. We don't expect in CS2 in MR, especially in best of 1, but in MR 12 to just like destroy everybody. And sometimes it would be nice to do so, but it's not that easy with the level of Counter-Strike.
Last question. So I am Dallas. I have a theory that the winners get cursed. What do you make of that?
Well, I think your theory is very, it's a big theory. It's a very big conspiracy right now. It's like we didn't land on the moon. I feel like everybody's saying that. So,
No superstition?
we don't, yeah, man, I mean, like, it depends on what you believe. I don't give a fuck about that, you know. We could be the first one to break the curse. It's never, you know, like after we won the Grand Slam, usually people said after the Grand Slam, people usually lose and they go out. We won a tournament after the Grand Slam. So for us, we won 2 tournaments actually. Impressive. But for us, well, for me personally, like I don't care. It's cool to win Dallas. It would be cool to win the major. Obviously, we need to give our best. How do you call it?
Superstition.
Any superstition can go to hell. Like who gives a shit?
Right on. Thank you very much.